Hello everybody. So today the annual general meeting, 43rd annual general meeting of Reliance Industries Ltd was scheduled, and everybody was looking into this annual general meeting with a lot of interest. In the background there were a lot of partnerships that Jio, as part of Reliance Industries Ltd, held with global powerhouses. Global powerhouses like Facebook is very well known. Then there were many investment companies which focuses on investments in technology, so that has been brought in. And during the same time, last 4 5 months, we find that Reliance has been successful in their right issue, which is again unparalleled. So we can draw a lot of marketing lessons into the annual general meeting. Marketing is about value creation. And Dhirubhai Ambani, who is the founder of Reliance, his value creation is based on a motto that he has given, that is, growth is a way of life. So Reliance has professed this, and if you look into, that is from the year 1977, at the time when the first IPO was there, and if you look into today, so the journey has been very interesting and very exciting and also rewarding to the shareholders. Rewarding for the fact that it has given a compounded annual growth rate, that is what has been told in the today's annual general meeting, of more than 30%. That is substantial. If you look into the economical growth, that is GDP growth, and if you compare that GDP growth with the CAGR, of value, so that is at least 4 or 5 times of the average economical growth. That shows that Reliance, how it has become one of the sought after organization. Very interesting organization. Now, it's not like the company has been focusing on only the product which it was focusing in the beginning. So there is a shift. If you look into the beginning was more focused on the trading, and then majorly into the textiles, where Reliance had a plant in Ahmedabad. But now Reliance is expanded from there to oil and chemicals. So as you are aware that Reliance is known for the major oil refinery in India, which is situated in Jamnagar. So they have a unique model known as oil to chemical. And today this oil to chemical business, it contributes to around 53,000 crore in terms of EBITDA, that is earnings before interest, depreciation, tax and amortization, right? So this is also very significant. So they have been able to not only produce in India, but Reliance has also been able to export the petrochemicals around the world. So in marketing we talk of the market development. So by having its product expanded or having its product delivered to the to other than your country, that contributes to the market development. Today a company cannot afford to remain only focused on the business, and at a time when we are facing with the COVID crisis. So a brand is required to show a human face, and that was realized by Reliance in the form of the formation of the organization called as Reliance Foundation. So marketing is always about exploiting the opportunities, and organization or a company always have to look out for the opportunities. And how they can look into these opportunities? They can do this by looking closely at the trends which are there, and if the company is able to follow those trends, right, so then then that can help. But not only following the trend, but then at the same time, the company also has to build the capabilities, right? So there is a kind of matrix in the form of a McKinsey, and they call it market attractiveness matrix. So on one there is a company competency, on the other side there is a attractiveness in the market. So you have to, if you are able to uh, tap the market opportunity which is very high, but at the same time you also rapidly develop the capabilities, then that can help immensely. But today is an era, what we call it as a digital era, and there are, all we all know that there are global giants. There are global giants like Facebook, Google, Amazon, Flipkart, Apple, and all these companies now have a presence. In fact, Mr. Sundar Pichai of Google, he has announced that India is a very interesting market for them. So is the Facebook as well. So Reliance has been able to anchor, or is able to get Facebook investment into the Jio platform to the tune of rupees 43,000 crore, and Google has also invested rupees 33,000 crore. By doing this, Reliance had earlier planned that it will become a debt-free company, and has been able to achieve today, maybe much before than what Reliance had planned. So market is away about the opportunities, and when we talk of opportunities, it is very evident that imperative that digital is one of the interesting opportunity everybody is looking at. But then if you want to tap a digital, then it is clear that you cannot tap on your own. You need a partnerships, and every company has got certain strength. So if you are able to have a partnerships, if you are able to forge partnerships with the companies, and if you are able to develop a synergy, that can help. But it is very important that this synergy has to be carried forward, because in the past there were certain partnerships which are formed, but somehow, for some reason or another, which can be due to the management or so many reasons which we can attribute to, they didn't carry forward. So here it is very important, the onus is on both the partners to ensure that these partnerships are forged, they become they are nurtured, and they are carried forward. And that is one of the responsibility of the partners. And here Reliance is partnering with multiple uh, uh, players. So players on the side, what we can call it as a technological powerhouses, or the social media giants like Facebook, or the search engines, the pioneers of search engines like Google. Then there are investment companies which are made investments in Reliance. So there is a sovereign wealth companies who have also made investments, and in oil to chemical business, that is in that category, Reliance has built a partnership with British Petroleum. Now British Petroleum, their partnership was into the oil exploration, but this partnership has extended to a retail or a petroleum retail. So this is the kind of a partnerships which is developed, and it is important that Reliance need to carry forward. So we were talking about a digital. In digital, Reliance has Jio, and Jio has become a major brand. And as you are aware that Jio, in the partnership of oil with BP, so now it is not Reliance, but now the Jio brand is leveraged in petroleum sector, specifically in the retail. And that is the reason rational for doing that can be the fact that Jio is a consumer brand, and they would like to leverage, and it's a consumer facing brand. So retail is all about when the customer gets an interface. So whether it's in oil or whether it is in retail, customer has this interface. So that is where they are going to leverage. So we can say this is a kind of a brand extensions, but not brand extensions of a Reliance brand, but a new brand which is developed, and that brand is becoming now very prominent, right? Now, so Jio is into the Jio fiber, Jio is into the broadband, Jio is also going to tap the small and medium enterprises. Jio is also going to have a presence into the Internet of Things, that is IoT. And then Jio is also coming up with the television, and it is a kind of integrated television with all kind of it's just like super apps and all, whether it is your OTT platforms like Netflix, you're getting an advantage, or Amazon Prime or any other Voot or Z5, all are getting together, and it's also coming with a kind of a replica, but it is a much better experience that is going to provide to the customers. And then very important announcement which is made about the Reliance is launch of a Jio Glass, and Jio Glass has been announced. So it will give a unparalleled immersive experience, and you can talk with other person, and he can be brought into kind of a 3D avatar, and three of you can also talk. Maybe one person also, other person also has an option to be on a 2D, right? That is two dimensions. So one can be 3 dimension, two can be 2 dimensions, and they can interact, they can share the slides, they can go deep dive into the design. They don't need a kind of a wired gadgets to listen to the music. So it is all inbuilt with a very good audio that the Jio Glass is going to bring. So it's likely to bring a change the way the consumers or interact, and it's also going to have its application in education. So maybe we'll come out with a smart classes where a Jio interface between a students and a faculty will be through a Jio Glass, and the just the way we were, maybe at the time when we were studying, we were just visualizing, but here visualizing will be done better through Jio Glass. So that's a kind of a great addition. And one of the again new product launched by Jio is Jio, video conferencing, right? So Jio Meet. So the name of the product is Jio Meet, and just within 3-4 months the product got developed, and now it's a major video conferencing tool. And as you are aware that a company or a brand name like Zoom, from nowhere it became a very prominent brand. So Jio Meet is a cloud-based video conferencing tool, and it has got a very good future, because as we find in the today's context, a lot of kind of classes which are now taking place through video conferencing or through an online mode. So dear friends, so you can definitely look into different kinds of marketing lessons.
Jio Fiber has been enabling world-class connectivity at home with collaboration and entertainment solutions for everyone. We went a step further this year to make sure that these digital interactions felt even more real, where people can not only see each other face to face, but also feel the presence of the other person in the same room, despite being physically away. So let me show you our latest innovation, the Jio Glass. Jio Glass comes with a convenient cable that you can attach to your phone and thus connect to the internet. The Jio Glass weighs only 75 grams and is at the cutting edge of technology that provides the best-in-class mixed reality services to give you a truly meaningful and immersive experience. We have paid special attention to the graphics so that the Jio Glass users get the highest class visual experience. And on the audio front, we have pioneered a spatial and personalized audio system without having any accessories attached. This audio system supports all the standard audio formats. Let me now deep dive into Jio Glass's services. Jio Glass already supports more than 25 applications. In times of COVID-19, our way of working and workspace has now completely changed, and digital collaboration has seen an exponential growth. We can now completely reimagine this in the mixed reality space. With Jio Glass, you could be sitting at home and join a meeting in your office with your colleagues in 3 dimensions. Let me show you how this works with a holographic video call with Akash and Isha. Hello Jio, please call Akash and Isha.
Hey Kiran.
Hey there, how are you Akash? I have Akash in the form of a 3D avatar and it feels like he's standing in front of me.
Hi Kiran.
Hi Isha. And Isha has joined us in a 2D video call format from a home. Jio Glass allows smooth collaboration across devices and platforms to ensure we stay connected, no matter where we are. And while you're chatting with your colleagues, you can also share presentations that you will be able to view and present on a large virtual screen in any virtual environment you want with the help of Jio Glass. Not only that, you can also have design discussions and deliberations by sharing 3D assets and holograms with your colleagues. The COVID-19 pandemic has prompted one of the most important applications in the immersive space, which is education. Jio Glass is making teachers and students come together in 3D virtual rooms and conduct holographic classes through our Jio Mixed Reality Cloud in real time. We can literally travel to the bylanes of Agra and immerse ourselves in the wonderful architecture of the Taj Mahal, or the pyramids of Giza in Egypt, or the Colosseum in Rome. With Jio Glass, the traditional way of learning geography will now be history. Okay, I need to get back to the AGM, so I'll see you guys later.
Bye guys.
Bye.